Some of the greatest regrets in life come from moments of anger. You say something you don't mean, you react too quickly, you hurt someone you love, and later you wish you could undo it all. But the damage is done. We all had moments like that, moments we wish we could take back, right? This week's Torah portion gives us one of the most powerful and painful examples of what anger can do. Moshe, the greatest Jewish leader, was told by God, speak to the rock and it will give water. But instead, Moshe hit the rock. And because of that, he loses the right to enter the land of Israel. His lifelong dream, gone. It feels like such a small mistake. Why such a severe consequence? The Rebbe explains it wasn't just about hitting the rock. It was about what was going on inside. You see, Moshe got angry at the people. And when a leader acts from frustration, even for a second, it leaves a mark. Why? Because anger doesn't just distort what we say, it disconnects us from God. Our rabbis say, one who becomes angry is like one who serves idols. Why? What's the comparison? Because anger comes from a lack of trust. See, if we truly believed God was running the show, we wouldn't need to get angry. And that brings me to something that happened this week. I spoke about my trip to New York. I want to talk about what happened on the way back. In my last video, I spoke about to New York. On the way back from New York, I said to myself, you know what? I want to get a 5 p.m. flight back from New York to Miami. That way I land in Miami around 8 p.m. Plenty of time to go to a wedding of a friend and say Mazel Tov. And this was important to me. It meant a lot to me. I planned it perfectly. Everything happens. And I got on the plane. We sat down on the plane at 5 p.m. about to take off. And then the pilot gets on the plane, on the speaker, it says, we're timed out. We got to get off the plane now. Now that the flight is delayed, instead of leaving 5, it's leaving 7. And suddenly, I'm not landing until 11 p.m. and I missed the wedding. And I felt that frustration creeping in. I did my part, I made the effort, and I still didn't work out. But then I remembered this week's Torah portion. Moshe wasn't punished for a big sin. He was punished for letting frustration take over, even just for a moment. And I realized the pilot didn't ruin my plans. The delay wasn't bad luck. This was God's plan. If I really believe that, then why get angry? There's a great story that was told of a man struggled with anger, especially with his wife. So a therapist gave him an assignment. Every time you get angry, hammer a nail into the wooden board, and every time you resist the anger, and you say, I'm sorry, and you resist the anger, pull one out. After some time, he proudly showed the therapist the nails were gone. But the therapist pointed to him and said, look, the holes are still there. See, because even when you apologize, anger can leave a mark. But here's the takeaway. When things go wrong, when life feels unfair, we have a choice. React with anger or respond with faith. Because when you truly believe God is in control, you don't need to lose control. Shabbat Shalom.